Is it okay if I be honest? And some of this you might not want to hear, but I want to assure you this is the truth that sometimes we just need to hear. There will never be a perfect moment. There will always be bills. There will always be responsibilities. There will always be a traumatic time or a difficult time that you're going to be going through in life. That's a part of life. So what I want to do in this video is share with you how I overcame feeling like there was going to be a perfect moment to get things started, how I overcame becoming a perfectionist and just feeling like the moment had to be perfect, everything in life had to be perfect before I got started on that business idea, before I got started on whatever it was that I wanted to complete in my life. I want to share with you how you overcome being a perfectionist, how you overcome being a procrastinator, and just start taking action on the things that you said that you were going to do for yourself. So stay tuned. So this is why knowledge of self is so important on this topic, because once you know yourself and learn yourself, you can start to figure out what your flaws are. And I hope I'm speaking to somebody who can relate when I speak on this topic, because in my life I've become or have been somewhat of a perfectionist. But I started to see that led me to be a procrastinator in the same sense, because I'm always waiting for that perfect moment. I'm always waiting to have everything perfect because I want the presentation to be the best as possible. So my best advice to overcome that would just be doing the action, regardless how imperfect it is. And how I can explain it is just simply what I'm doing right now. This isn't the perfect setup of how I wanted things to do when I started my content, when I started giving this educational content. I wanted it to be, how all the big time podcasters have it, where they got the perfect little lights, they got the perfect setup, they got the nice rooms, but my reality isn't set up for that at this moment. Now, one day, of course, it's going to get to that point, but I started to see myself like, okay, I'm letting this perfectionist thing that I have turn me into a procrastinator. It's okay to want the best quality. It's okay to want the presentation of things to be nice, because that just shows that your intentions is right. But I had to talk to myself. Once again, I had to have a inner conversation with me and be like, man, forget the perfect. Forget it being the right time, because in our actuality, in our reality, there's never a perfect time. There's never going to be a perfect time. It's never going to be a perfect situation. The only way you can make it as perfect as possible is if you get started. So this is what I'm doing, man. I mean, y'all see, I don't have any fancy backgrounds. Don't have any real fancy equipment or setup. I have invested to do this because that's what it takes to do any venture that you want to take upon. You have to do some kind of level of investment and efforts on your behalf, but it's by far not perfect. And I say that to say, just start, man. Whatever it is you want to do, whatever situation that you're in, it might not be perfect. It's probably far from perfect. It's probably far from what you want it to be. But get started. And that's what I forced myself to do, because I wanted to give this education to the world. I wanted to help people develop their minds and get a knowledge of self, and just share from my experiences and what I've been through, the hard times, the ups and the downs. I wanted to share those and be, a teacher through my experiences, while also being a student of others. So, in all actuality, the only true way to overcome being a perfectionist or from procrastination is to just get started. No matter how perfect the situation, no matter how good it is, no matter how perfect the setup is, because like I said before, there's never a perfect time to start anything. It's never going to be a perfect time. You're always going to have bills. You're always going to have responsibilities. You might not have the best setup. I mean, I'm out here literally in nature. And that's the perfect way for me, where I feel like, let's start it there. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's start it in nature, where it all began. And I feel like it's more relatable anyway, because not everybody can start in the nice podcast studios. And I feel like a lot of times, at least I know with me, and share your comments down below if you felt the same, where you've seen so many people doing it perfect. You've seen so many people with the nice lights and equipment and the good video editors, and it in a sense it discourages you from getting started because you're so focused on comparing yourself to those who are already at that level. But sometimes we don't even see the beginning of where they started out. We see the road of where they're at now, but we never take into consideration, just like I'm starting here, they started somewhere, and it may not have been where they wanted to, but the key is to get started. So I just wanted to share that insight. Not going to take up too much time. I hope this was valuable information for somebody who, like me, struggle with the concept of wanting it to be perfect, wanting everything to be the perfect time, the perfect moment, perfect setup for you to get started. Just get started. Get started accomplishing your goals. Get started to working on your goals, and just understand why you're doing that process. No, it will not be perfect. But the best quote that I have for this situation is, you don't have to be great to get started. But in order to be great, you must start. I'm pretty sure you guys heard that quote. I wish I knew who exactly originated, because I would definitely give them their credit. But that's the realest thing ever, man. You don't have to be great just to get started at doing whatever it is you want to do. But in order to be great, you must start. I'm wishing y'all peace, abundance, blessings, prosperity, and just stay tuned. Like, subscribe if you find this information valuable. Share it with somebody who may need to hear it. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Thank you for your time.